Hello, my friends. Good Monday morning and welcome to the show. It is not quite 10. We're a little early. It's 9:52 in the AM. It's a beautiful day here in Cleveland, Ohio. Of course, I know it's a beautiful day no matter where you are today because every day is a beautiful day. Every day that we're alive and well. So we got a lot for you today. I'm going to be talking about how to quiet your ego. The ego, one of the biggest things that keeps us from happiness, that destroys our peace. I'm going to tell you how to you can quiet that big mouth in your head. I'm also going to give you 3 steps on becoming a conscious creator, talking about manifestation and the law of attraction. I'm also going to go a little deeper into something from the 4 agreements. And it's actually something I read in his companion book. But we're going to talk a little bit about how we are domesticated. And it's just like the family pet. It's crazy and it's so true. And I think you'll see yourself here. So we're going to cover all of that and so much more on today's episode of Mind Power Secrets. All right, we are here. We are live. It's 9:54 in the AM Monday morning. If you had a great weekend, let us know. If your weekend could have been a little better, let us know that too. We want to know how it went for you. Hopefully you're getting going on this Monday. And we have a lot to cover today. But this week, I actually get back on the road again and I start performing and speaking. So I'm excited. Tomorrow I'm down in Southern Ohio, taking you guys with me. We'll have some backstage. We'll do a couple of backstage videos, maybe show you a little bit of the presentation from the conference, just a little bit of tour life. So I'm going to keep you guys with me from now on as that ramps up again. I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a year and a half, and I'm used to doing 300 events a year, and I've been down to maybe 20. So it's exciting to get going again. And in a few weeks, I'll be in Dallas. I have some events there. And I'll be doing a live stream from South Fork, the most famous ranch in the world, from the TV show Dallas. I'll be doing that on the 12th of November. So keep your eyes on the group. This show is for you. It's tips, tricks, techniques, mind hacks to help you take control of your mind and then thus take control of your life. Any questions or comments, just drop them into the comment box. I will try to see them live. Again, today, I'm running everything myself. So I'm going to do my best for you. If you have a question, though, or a comment, and I don't get to it, or you're watching this as a replay, first of all, we love you too. We know hardly anyone sees this as it goes live because it's 10 a.m., right? Most people are working. But whenever you're watching this, we appreciate you. We love you. We're here for you. If you have any questions or comments, just drop them into the comment box and under this video. And we will definitely get to them. We check those each and every day. All right. So we're going to go into it. We're going to talk about domestication because, it sounds like what it is. I mean, we are domesticated, just like the family pet. Human suffering begins with this domestication. During the process of domestication, we form an image of perfection in order to try to be good enough. We create an image of how we should be in order to be accepted by everyone. But we don't fit this image. All the suffering and drama in your life is the result of what you've learned. Whatever you learn is alive. The image you have of yourself is alive, and it lives in your mind. But you have to remember, that image is not you. But it will use everything it perceives to justify its own existence. It's not you, but it's eating you alive, and it's destroying your happiness. The voice of knowledge inside your mind controls the dream of your life. The Toltecs called it a parasite. The Bible calls it evil. It's a living being that exists in your belief system, and it lives by eating your faith, your intent, and your happiness. What is sad is that you believe the knowledge is you. You believe the image is what you are. The program or the parasite is really the one who's living your life, not you. But this program was not there when you were born. When you were born, your mind was completely innocent. You had no concepts about good or bad, right or wrong, beauty or ugliness. You had no concepts at all. You had no idea what it means to be a human, to be a man or a woman, but you saw other people outside of you and you recognize them as your own kind. When you're 2, 3 years old, you can't see yourself. The only way to see yourself is to look at your image in a mirror, and other people act as that mirror for us. You don't know what you are, but your mother tells you what you are, and your father tells you what you are, and your brothers and sisters do the same. They tell you what you are. They tell you what you're not. They tell you what you can do, what you can't do. The other humans all around you have the capacity to project an image onto you, which means they tell you what they believe that you are. What your mother tells you is not exactly what your father tells you that you are, or what your grandmother will, or your brother, or the television, or the church, or the media, or society tells you that you are. Every human in your life projects a completely different image onto you, and none of these images are accurate. What you believe you are is a distorted image of yourself that came from other people, from mirrors that always distort images, like those funhouse mirrors. When you look at yourself, it's always a distorted image. You can never see your true self because you believe those things and you agree with them. And remember, as soon as you agree, the image is programmed into your memory, and now you believe that is what you are. What were the image others projected onto you? When you say, I'm smart, I'm stupid, I'm beautiful, I'm ugly, it is really the program who says that. It's the program who says, I am. These images are only knowledge or concepts, but they're not you. You perceive all the distorted images others create for you. And then at a certain point, you take all these images and you try to make sense of them. You create another entire image of yourself and you project that to the outside world. I'm good in school. I'm bad at sports. Then you practice that image until you master it. And because people are projecting different images onto you, you are always asking them about yourself. You are asking for the projections to support what you already believe, to support the distorted images you have about yourself. In the same way that other people project their beliefs onto you, you agree, and then they become yours. They teach you how to judge the way they judge. They teach you how to gossip the way they do. They teach you to create dramas the way they do. You begin to play with all these concepts, all this knowledge, and that is how you learn to dream. The Toltecs call this dream of the first attention because it's the first time you used your attention to create reality. And because your attention is hooked from the outside, your whole world is projected to the outside. You begin to search for yourself outside of you because you no longer trust who you are. We're all looking for someone else to make us happy. The job, the person, the car, always outside of us. We search for what we believe we don't have. That's why we're searching for justice, for beauty, for happiness, for love, when all of these things are in you. Go out and try to buy a pound of justice. Try to get a couple pounds of love or happiness. They don't exist in the outer world. They only exist in your inner world. They've always been inside you. Can you see the beginning of all the suffering and all the drama in your life? You need a mirror to the world to see yourself, but there isn't a clear mirror to tell you what you are. So you agree with the image others create for you. But remember, my friends, you are not that image. Of course, you modify the image and you change it all the time, but where is the real you? The real you gets lost because there isn't a good mirror to reflect what you really are. Look, we spend years and years trying to please other people, other people's images of what we should be. After attempting different kinds of rebellion and trying to find who we really are, we finally give up and we accept other people's image of us. We let other people tell us who we are, what we are. But there's always something inside us that longs to be free. It's always telling us, this is not who I am. This is not what I want. You're not free to be who you really are because you're trapped. You're trapped by images of what you think you should be. Your whole point of view of your whole reality is based on what you believe you are. But what you believe about yourself is just a concept. It's knowledge, but knowledge does not mean truth. Knowledge only means it's what you know. The most important agreements are the one you made with yourself. In these agreements, you tell yourself who you are, what you feel, what you believe, and how to behave. So are you aware of all the distorted images you have about yourself? What are the images that others projected onto you as a child? What did you agree to believe about yourself? Consider any agreements that tell you what you can and cannot do, what you can and cannot be, and what you can and cannot have. This practice idea will help you to become aware of the agreements you've made with yourself and to recover the awareness of your authentic self. The objective is to become aware of any agreements that limit the expression of your creativity, of your happiness, of your love. I want you to try to recall your earliest memory of what your mother, your father, your closest family members told you about yourself. Then consider what other people outside your family projected onto you. Friends, teachers, coaches, anyone who influenced you. Pay attention to your emotional response to each question I'm going to ask. Which agreements come from fear and which come from love? I want you to really think about this. Go back to this video later. Maybe I want you to pull your journal, maybe record and write down your thoughts and answers to these questions. So ask yourself, what were the images that others projected onto you? Think about it. When I was a child, I was told that I was what? What is the first thing that comes to your mind? What limitations were you told you have? You can never do this. People like us can't have that sort of thing. What were you told your limitations were? When you were a child, what did others tell you about what it means to be a boy or a girl? So for the girls, I was told girls should always. For the boys, I was told that boys should always. And what were they told about girls? Right? Our society has those unwritten rules. So what were you told about that? Did you fit that ideal image of what it means in society to be a boy or a girl? I want you to, one last thing. Our image of perfectionism, that's why we reject ourselves. That's why we don't accept ourselves the way we are. And we can't accept others the way they are either. So the last thing I want you to do And again, you come back to this video later. We're not going to stop here, but I want you to think about your perfect idea of, or your image of perfection. What would you look like if you were perfect in your mind? What type of personality would you have? Think about that. And then start to think, what would you have to change? What little things could you start changing about yourself to start living up to that image? Think about that. And spend some time later. I really want you to spend some time on those questions, all right? Tomorrow, we're going to do a little more. Again, this is kind of covering the 4 agreements. Don Miguel Ruiz, this book is fantastic, but this is taking a little deeper dive even to what we did before. So if you haven't got a copy of the book, make sure you grab one. You can buy one inexpensively. You can go rent one. You can go to the bookstore, the library, take one out, but it's the 4 agreements, and it really is incredible. So just remember, we're domesticated. We're brainwashed from the moment we're born. It's not our parents' fault. They're only teaching us what they were taught. But we are accepting this dream of humanity that's been passed down from generations and generations of dreams and desires and wants and beliefs of what people should be and shouldn't be. And all of that is programmed into us when we're children. And it's learning to get in there and change that rusty programming. That's how we start taking control. And one of the first ways you do that is by quieting the ego. We talk a lot about the ego. We talk a lot about ego death. I'll tell you, you know this. I talk about this every single day. Every problem that you have, they're created in our mind. They are. 99.9% of everything that is wrong, we are creating. They're not real. Whatever you focus on in your life, it will grow with the power of intention, the power of creation. So if you focus on the false stories that your mind makes up, it will not only become your life, but it will also take away the focus from the truly important things that matter. To care so much about what other people think is such a huge concern in the world today. Learning to not care is freeing. It's ultimate freedom, because this has become really a disease. It's not real. Love is real. I mean, wouldn't it be nice to finally put an end to this never-ending chase of the newest thing, the latest stuff, the most expensive whatnot to impress your friends and your neighbors? Isn't it time to end the insincerity on social media, the taking 500 pictures to try to get the perfect shot, and all of the editing and things that go on to show people your perfect life? We need to find a way out of the darkness that a lot of people feel inside, to once and for all break free from the ego, break free from our false belief system and the antidepressants. Haven't we experienced misery enough? Some people live with misery as their closest friend their entire life. Don't you want to experience true happiness instead of making it up? What if you put all the effort in making others think you're happy, that you do, right, into being happy? What if you took that effort that you put on for the neighbors, that facade that you put on for everyone else, and actually put that effort into being happy? To search for happiness in material things, it's a delusion, because you will end up chasing it your whole life, never getting it, because true happiness can only be found within. So there's nothing I can do. There's nothing anyone can do. You have to be sick of the voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough, telling you you're not smart enough, rich enough, skinny enough, interesting enough, funny enough. Never, ever, ever going to be able to do this. The one that keeps kicking you when you're down and you most need a friend. The bitchy roommate in your head loves to kick you when you're down. That voice in your head is your ego taking you for a ride whenever the unknown is present. That's the ego's favorite time to start playing its dirty little tricks on you. Have you ever felt like you've been on an emotional roller coaster ride? Like when you have something on your mind and you have absolutely no idea how it will turn out, but you keep making up one scenario after another anyway. And by the end of the day, you are so exhausted, You have no energy whatsoever to even do anything. Has that ever happened to you? A perfect example of this is texting. The never-ending drama going on in your head when it comes to those precious little words lighting up on your phone. The difference between a good night's sleep and a restless nightmare can be a text. The stories our mind make up when we aren't getting the reply we want in the time frame that we've set are hilarious. They're batshit crazy. How many times have you freaked out when you've sent someone you like a text, and when they don't immediately reply, your head starts going into overdrive, right? Making up one story after another as to why. Your ego is the one making up stories to feed your fear. It's the nasty whispers in your ear. It never tells you what you want to hear, but it's always there. Your ego is the voice in your head making you doubt everything you do, making you doubt yourself, feeling zero self-worth. Now, it's totally unbalanced because some days it takes you on a power trip, telling you you're above it all, and the next day it kicks you when you fall. It makes you second guess yourself. And worse than that, it makes you second guess everything you do. The stories it comes up with are never true. The ego is not you. The ego creates a lot of negativity and loves anything judgmental. It loves drama and it creates it for no reason, just for fun. Now imagine this. You're having a conversation with your boss. Conversation going well. Your boss told you likes the work. Have you ever noticed what sometimes happens in your head the second the conversation is over and you walk away? It starts to analyze the situation, making you doubt yourself, asking questions like, what did he really mean by that? Wait a second, didn't he sound a little sarcastic? Maybe it was meant as an insult. Am I that stupid thinking it was a compliment when in reality he was mocking me? Why was he mocking me? He must know something I don't know. I'm getting fired. Then you go home that day feeling sick to your stomach because now not only are you thinking about getting fired, but you're also panicking about the fact you have to start looking for a new job. And who's going to want to hire you when you clearly suck as being a human being? There you have it. The bitchy roommate in your head just took you for a ride. It's that crazy voice that's ruining our lives. Is that voice something you want to give power to so it can control you and everything you do for the rest of your life? Does that sound like a fun existence? Don't let yourself get caught up in the drama. It's not real. The ego is just a scared little kid making up stories about the unknown. Don't let that be in charge of your life and how you live it. Don't let it put you down or get you to do things you don't want to do. Find love in everything that you do. Forgive yourself for everything that has been and know you did everything the best possible way you knew and move on. And if you didn't, apologize, forgive yourself. Don't get caught in the past. Don't get caught in that loop of the past or that worry about the future because they don't exist. The only thing that ever exists is now. Be here now. Stop waiting for the next moment, for the payoff. This is the moment that matters. Don't let your mind play tricks on you. Let your heart lead the way and know that whatever you do, everything will be okay. People have problems all the time. Their ego is out to get them. It's out to slow them down and sidetrack them. Anything the ego can do to get you to stop, because it knows when you start wrapping your head around it, and you really start thinking about it, it's starting to lose its power over you. I will have successfully lost my mind, and that's my ego's biggest fear. I will not need anything. And since I won't need anything, I won't have any fear because I'll no longer fear the losing of what I don't need because I don't need it anymore. So it doesn't matter. Think about that. Your ego is terrified of that idea. Your ego does everything to slow you down and sidetrack you. It wants you to stop because it knows as soon as you start understanding it, as soon as you're becoming aware of it, that's all it takes is awareness. And it starts to lose its power over you. It starts to lose its hold over you. Anger will disappear because the fears are gone. And there's no need to get angry either. You can just be happy, experience different things, experiencing, things with no judgment. Then you're breaking boundaries. You're breaking false belief patterns. Every day, you're getting closer and closer to that world of no limits, that world where everything is possible. Once you truly feel that there are no limits, I'm going to let you in on a secret. There are no limits. To be able to live a life free from the ego is total freedom because you have no judgment about anything. Everything we experience just is. And my friends, that is inner peace to me. Inner peace creates outer peace, the power of the mind, the law of attraction. As within, so without. Whatever you focus on the inside, is the world created for you to experience on the outside. It's what becomes your life because it's all connected. We're all connected. It's just that easy. If every person on this earth found their inner peace, we'd be at world peace instantly. Wake up to that insight. A simple change that can change everything. Step out of your ego and see the world as it truly is. A place where only love can be. Step out and open your eyes and see that it's up to you and it's up to me to make that change, to be that change. Be who you truly want to be and don't be stopped by those old beliefs, that rusty programming. You have permission and it's granted from yourself. Nobody can give it to you. I want you to grant yourself permission right now. You have permission to be what you came here to be. Be you. Be you, my friends. Powerful, powerful stuff. If you've not joined our Facebook community, don't forget, like-minded people banded together. Don't go away because I'm still doing three strategies to help you become a conscious creator. I'm going to get to that. But I want to invite you to join the Facebook community. It's the hub. It's where everything happens. Like-minded people banded together, helping, empowering each other. We are sleepwalking through our lives. From the moment we're born, we're programmed by the people all around us. It's time to break that programming one by one by one. And then on a worldwide level, it happens. Self-empowerment. It's finally taking control of our own minds, of our own lives, letting go of the crap that no longer serves us, and then refocusing, setting your goals and making positive choices that makes those goals come true. The power of the mind is incredible. We would love to have you. It's facebook.com/groups/students of self-empowerment. Facebook.com/groups/students of self-empowerment. Now, we talk a lot about manifestation and creation and law of attraction. So I thought I'd give you a couple of steps today on how to become a conscious creator. Law of attraction, probably in the top 5 questions we receive all the time over and over, is all about how do I manifest? Am I doing this right? So I thought today I'm going to give you 3 strategies that'll help you in creation. And I'll tell you, the biggest problem, most of us wander aimlessly throughout our life. Sleepwalking. And I know I say that a lot, and it's really true. When your subconscious takes over, you don't even know what's happening. It's like when you drive somewhere and your subconscious gets you there, you're thinking about the fight you're going to have later, what you're going to eat for dinner, and you still arrive there. That's the subconscious that does that. But that means you're living in a fog, and your subconscious, which is not our friend really, because it's programmed with crap from our childhood. So that is what's coming up every time we slip out of the now. And so we just wander through life aimlessly. We have no real intention. We have no real goal. And it comes from the social conditioning all around us, that brainwashing, parents, friends, society. brainwashed. We were brainwashed the way they were too. The opinions, the beliefs, and concepts that we learn while we're younger, they set the foundation of our character and who we are before we become adults. We become fearful, terrified of what the world thinks about us, which makes us question who we are and if we're good enough for other people. First, we have to learn to love ourselves. It's something I learned on my journey of self-discovery over all these years. You know, after getting cancer and going through that and just one thing after another and my dad dying and all of that, I went rock bottom. You know, I'm drinking, I'm popping pain pills, I'm blowing through a fortune. You know, I went all the way to rock bottom. But what happens there is you're able, with the right coaches, mentors, the right information, the right strategies, the right processes, you're able to rebuild on that foundation. Rebuild your strength, rebuild courage. I rebuilt my passion, and I rebuilt my drive for a better future. Now, I've worked all over the world for 25 years, the most influential and inspiring people, professional athletes, celebrities, presidents, prime ministers, Fortune 500 CEOs. And it's been a blessing. It's been an honor to get paid to tour the world and speak and perform on stages all over the globe and getting to listen to those people and learning how they conquered adversity. Because not only am I able to be motivational and inspirational, but that gives me the motivation to battle what's going on in my life. That's how we inspire other people. That's what inspired me to inspire other people to lead a conscious and a fulfilled life. So there are 3 key pillars, I call them, that will enable you to take control of your destiny. And that's what we want, to stop living our lives for someone else, with someone else's ideas, goals, morals. So these are the 3 keys. First, we talk about it every day. We talked about it yesterday, gaining self-awareness. It's the secret sauce. The secret sauce to becoming the person you were born to be comes down to one thing: gaining a deeper understanding of who you are. And this can only be done by becoming aware of yourself, evaluating your daily thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, and your behaviors. It's these elements which mold our character and our future. By increasing your self-awareness, you'll develop the ability to notice when you're having negative thoughts and emotions which aren't serving the highest version of yourself. Being the highest version of yourself consists of thinking, acting, and behaving in accordance with the best person you can possibly be. It's having the ability to act from good judgment most of the time. Most people live in emotional reaction to what's going on around them rather than consciously responding to it. Think about it. We let traffic, the news, the opinions of others blind our belief of who we are and the person we're destined to be. Now, some questions that we can ask ourselves in these spots, which can help us strengthen our conscious awareness, are questions like, am I letting my emotions get the best of me? How would the best version of myself act in this situation? How can I turn this problem into an opportunity? Much of how our lives turn out is determined by the questions and thoughts that we ponder on a daily basis. Asking yourself things like, why do bad things seem to always happen? Or why is God working against me? Only creates deep beliefs that limit you. It limits you from tapping into your unlimited potential. Other great methods to keep gaining self-awareness can be done by reflecting in a daily journal, even on your phone, the notes on your phone, record on that. Ask other people for honest feedback. I mean, it can be simple as getting a massage, identifying strengths and weaknesses by thinking about the impact you're going to leave on the world. This is a skill you have to work on every day in order to master it. Remembering that our thoughts Our emotions, our beliefs, and our behaviors mold our future. That will keep our awareness on high alert. It's your daily thoughts and actions that determine the outcome of your destiny. What you focus on and do daily determines the quality of life that you'll experience. Awareness helps you stay on track with living the best version of yourself, and it enables you to discover your true passion. Now, to live the best life of our ability, we have to have a compelling vision. That's the second thing. We need a compelling vision for our future. Developing a vision is crucial because it can help you gain clarity, which helps you understand where you want to go. Clarity is power. So when you become clear on your goals, know why you want them, then you'll have everything you'll put everything into that to make it happen. Have you ever taken the time to start thinking about what success looks and feels like in each area of your life? Begin thinking about your health, your finances, your relationships, your career, your emotional well-being, and what success in these areas means to you. Understanding what success and happiness mean for you can help you set clearer goals. Figuring this out will require you to sit and write down your goals for the different aspects of your life. When I first did this, I felt so much more clear and so much more competent of what my major life goals were. Planning out where I aspired to be has helped me identify my knowledge gaps and what I needed to learn in order to grow. I believe we're all born with a mission and a gift to serve the world, but it's on us to discover what that gift is. Self-improvement is how we tap into that potential. We must look deep within ourselves, and we do that by asking ourselves powerful questions that force us to go within to find the answers. So ask yourself, where would I like to see myself in the next 5 to 10 years in each area of my life? What have I always wanted to accomplish, create, or achieve in my life? What kind of experiences do I want to have? As you ponder these questions, you're actually looking within yourself to gain a deeper understanding of who you are and what you want out of life. This is critical, mission critical, because much of what we think we want out of life is what our parents wanted or what the world wants. The question we should be asking ourselves is, what do we really want to accomplish? Spend a little time with this. Maybe later, just write down what success means to you in each area of your life. And then you can start thinking about setting and planning goals, what you need to do, small steps to start achieving them. You have to take action. Whether your goal is to buy a house, get a six-pack, make $1 million, write a book, start your own business, you have to have a clear plan to help guide you towards achieving that result. Just strive to move 1% closer each day towards your goal. One brick at a time is how we build our empire. Every day, my mantra is, every day in every way, I get better, better, and better. From the old Silva method. And it's true. All I want every day is to get slightly better than the day before myself. I'm not comparing myself to anyone else. Competition is bullshit. No two people have the same skill sets, the same deficiencies, the same life experiences. Looking at someone else and comparing yourself is impossible. It just doesn't happen. So let that go and only compete with you, the earlier version of you, yesterday's you. As long as today's you is slightly closer to where you want to go, you're successful. You're not successful when you get there. You're successful already because you're moving in the right direction. And finally, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Count your blessings. Gratitude, think of it as the key that unlocks happiness and unlocks success. If you live in America, then you're more privileged than most countries in the world. I have been all over the world, from Russia to Germany, Egypt, Africa, everywhere in between. You know, I'm so thankful that my parents instilled good values in me and provided me with good morals and good lessons. Knowing how to read and write is the most powerful skill to have. The power of the word is the power to either create something amazing, love, joy, bliss, or destroy. You can kill someone with the power of the word. Many of us feel like we don't have enough, or we need more to be happy. More. I thought I needed the better sports car, the bigger mansion. It doesn't work, because you are constantly on a hamster wheel that never satisfies you. If you have a roof over your head, you have clothes on your back, food on your stomach, family and friends to care about, you are more blessed than almost everyone else. There are people around the world dying in the most horrible circumstances, living in the most horrible squalor. You, with the problems that you have, are still better off than most of the world. And it's not because we think we need more, we need money, we need cars. That's all just delusion. When we feel sad or angry or upset or irritated, the most effective way to overcome those emotions is by focusing on something to be thankful for. The more you're thankful for what you have, the more things you get to be thankful for. Putting your problems into perspective, that's powerful. It's a powerful way to overcome them. Sometimes we just need time. We need faith, belief, patience, and things work out. The waiting, the in-between time, and the rough parts of the journey are all necessary for us to grow stronger and grow wiser. Now, it's not always going to be sunshine. It's not always going to be rainbows. You will face adversity. It's in these moments where we must count our blessings and look for what to be thankful for. But controlling your mind gives you the ability to control the situation, not to get sucked into the drama, not to get sucked into the anger, the emotion. You are now dealing with things from a level-headed perception. It changes everything. Go to our YouTube channel. Motivational videos are fantastic. They were one of the greatest things for helping me. And that's one of the things we've created for you. It's one of the greatest tools that we have to give you a higher perspective and to start thinking differently about your roadblocks in a practical way. The questions you ask yourself in these moments matter. What would the best version of myself do in this situation? How can I grow from this? How is this going to make me a better person? When you're facing an obstacle or a setback, it's not easy to start thinking about the things you can be grateful for or why you're blessed. Instead, we must logically ask ourselves questions that can help move us forward and help us find a solution. Another way to bring more blessings into your awareness is by expressing gratitude when you wake up in the morning. Just think about 3 things or people that you're grateful for first thing in the morning. It'll be a game changer. Before you roll out of bed, just think of 3 things or 3 people or a mix of things you're grateful for. This is how you recalibrate your mind for abundance and positivity. If you have a lack mindset, you've got to reprogram it. If you've got a victim mindset, you've got to reprogram it. This is how you do it. The more you practice, the more blessings you'll feel. The more you feel gratitude, the more you get to be grateful for. The more blessings you notice, the happier you'll be. The quality of your life is so much determined by where you focus your thoughts and the feelings that correspond. Where your attention goes, energy flows. Just remember, thought plus emotion equals magic. That's where it is. We do 60,000 thoughts a day, but thoughts that are supercharged with emotion change everything. And that's what we're attracting to ourselves. And most of the time, think what you're thinking. It's negativity. I don't want this. I really need that. My life sucks. on and on and on, and you're getting more of it and more of it and more of it. So be very careful. Be grateful for what you have. Write a gratitude journal. Get up 5 minutes early in the morning. Spend some time writing down what you're grateful for. I promise you, you will not regret it. Now, again, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Over 300 videos. Whatever you're going through right now, we can almost guarantee there's something for you there. So go to it. It's youtube.com/BrentWebbOfficial. That's youtube.com/BrentWebbOfficial. Now, some people need a little extra help. Even the most successful in the world have mentors and coaches. Like I said earlier, I have worked with some of the most incredible people, and they understand the importance of having a coach. We're all deficient in areas, and finding someone that can help you can change everything. I still have mentors. I still have coaches that I work with. My 25 years all over this world, the one thing that I'm known for is breakthroughs. And it doesn't matter if I'm on stage in front of 3,000 people or in a one-on-one coaching situation. I create breakthroughs. And those are shifts in what is possible in being a human being. What happens in that breakthrough, it helps you create space. That space changes everything. It gives you space for the breakthroughs to occur. Everything I do is presented in ways to lead to discussions. And those discussions are always engaging and empowering. And they start to produce extraordinary results for all participants. Doesn't matter if it's my seminar audience, if it's a one-on-one coaching client. I am known for my ability to communicate. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing for 25 years. That's how I make my living. I am known for communication and the power of material that I have presented over the years to transform lives. So, because I have designed this curriculum, and it's designed in a way to bring about permanent shifts in the quality of life, it gives you a unique kind of freedom, a unique kind of power. It gives you the freedom to be at ease and the power to be effective in the areas that matter to you, the quality of your relationship, the confidence in which you live your life, your personal productivity, your finances, your experience of the difference that you make, and most important, your enjoyment of life. I use what's called transformative learning. That's a way of learning that gives people an awareness of the basic structure in which they know, think, and act. Then from that awareness, that's where we create this fundamental shift. And it starts to leave you more fully in accord with your own possibilities and the possibilities of others around you. You start to think, you start to act beyond your existing views, beyond your existing limits. I like to call it a mindset reset. You align your goals, your objectives, and then we move them powerfully forward. I'll tell you, it's a one-on-one interchange. And because of the internet, technology is amazing. No matter where I am in the world, no matter where you are, once a week, we can meet via Zoom or our streaming platform and do a 45-minute one-on-one coaching session. The great thing is at the end, you get that recording. So each and every week you get the recording. It's yours to keep, and you'll be able to go back to it again and again and again. I'll work with you to fill, this is not a cookie cutter program, okay? What I have done here is I have created a program that is customized for each and every person. It's what you are passionate about. It's where you feel yourself getting stuck. It's what time frame you need. It's the goals you want to achieve. You will leave the sessions with new freedom because you'll have taken steps toward what you want to accomplish. Again, custom tailored for each client, delivered conveniently, virtual sessions. My coaching programs are available in different programs, prices, tiers. If you're interested in information, you can apply on my website. It's not a program that we take everyone. We got to make sure we can work. It's a very close working program. So if you'd like some more information, go to my website. It's brentwebb.com. Send me an email and I'll shoot you back some information. All right. I'll be back again tomorrow. We're going to discuss a little more little recap again from the 4 agreements, because we're going to go a little deeper into this idea of domestication. I'm going to give you some more tips, some more techniques, some more tricks to help you start getting control of your mind. And don't forget, again, if you're not in our Facebook community, come join us. Facebook.com/groups/students of self-empowerment. So I'll be back again tomorrow. We'll be here each and every day at 10 a.m. This show, we're going to run from now on 7 days a week. So join us. Like, share, comment, tell your friends. And remember, don't worry, be happy, and feel good. I'll see you tomorrow.